Hey, what's going on, Vision fans? Ready Player Will here with some classroom sessions, if you will. So tomorrow, I'm sorry, Wednesday, Tetra Sylphid 3 is coming out, and so I wanted to kind of do some testing on 2B's evasion rate and how she works in conjunction with the awakening of that Esper. And long story short, what you're looking at right here is WOTVcalc.com. You can see the URL in the top left. Huge resource for the community as it pertains to characters, information, equipment, Espers, all you name it, they have it. And technically, in the top right, if you hover over where it says global, you can go to Japan as well to see what the Japanese version of the game has. And so what we're looking at right here is that exactly Tetra Sylphid in Japan, which is going to be us in 2 days. The big buff she's going to get for the evasion rate is an extra 10%, where she's going to go from 15 to 25. And I wanted to see how that worked out on 2B. So I made a couple comps that were like hypothetical comps in the current state of the game. And these are geared for more like the high end level of play, just for the stress testing, if you will. So this is like a Tidus Gilgamesh Unicomp. You can see here kind of like, pretty standard build as it pertains to like vision cards and whatnot. The second one that I did was a mono light comp as we knew it. Not as popular now, but still wanted to throw it out there for stress test. Where El Sorel, Yuna, Sakura. I didn't really build the Yuna outside of the party effects for the vision card because I know Yuna can hit with a guaranteed hit, so whatever. But I gave Sakura the aim build of the Prunus Lamina. I gave Nightblade Mastery to El Sorel. And similarly, just in terms of like really accurate characters, I went for like a build here as well for 9S and Sid, where, the Aegeon card in particular has 15 accuracy on it. 9S has the Nightblade Mastery ability as well, so 25% accuracy there. His weapon I gave the aim build, and so I wanted to see like if you build all these comps, can they hit her? And here's the 2B, and this is kind of a top end 2B. This is a whale build by most instances, but certainly not unachievable by most standards, if you will. This is their weapon, Sage Hat. There will be another cloth coming soon that's got more evasion on it too, so we're technically getting a power creep there. This is the 3-star Tetra Sylphid, the Nier Automata card. And long story short, the teammates, I gave her Leela, which will obviously give her 10% extra HP, but I put the Shiva card on Leela for the extra 20% evasion, and then I gave a Warrior Light here because you're going to need a tank to draw some of the incoming aggro, but I give the Warrior Light Solidus, figuring, you actually see a lot of tanks like that currently where you'll nerf their damage just to like give some of the party the extra resistances or survivability. And so, long story short, she ends up with 30% slash resist. That's important. We'll get to why soon. Other than that, 12 defense and 5.6 thousand HP. So that's the whole setup. What's the shakeout? I know there's a lot of data here, but just follow my cursor if you want. Long story short, that first comp, Tidus is the only one that's going to hit her, and he's only got a 7% chance to hit, which is crazy. Now, obviously, you could probably build him for a lot more accuracy, but even then, kind of in my head, I don't think you're giving an extra like 20% or 30% on the hit rate. So, you're talking 27 to 37%, maybe. Extra accuracy. I don't even know if you can get that high, but I was really surprised by that. And Gilgamesh is not hitting her at all, and neither is Yuna just by using like Sonic Wings or one of the non-guaranteed hits. In terms of the mono light comp, same idea. El Sorel only a 12% chance to hit, which is crazy to me. And again, none of this assumes that 2B is using the illusion ability on turn one either. Which if she is, then all of these go to zero. All of them, even the 9S one, which we'll get to in a second here. So, 9S with the Nightblade passive, the Aegeon accuracy, the aim build in the weapon, only a 23% chance to hit. So, technically, 2B, if she uses that illusion ability, let's go here. I think it's 25. I'm just double checking so I don't misinform you all. Yeah, 25 evasion. So, if she activates illusion to start this fight, none of them are hitting her. It's a 0% chance, which is crazy. It's awesome because these are all really like recent meta units, if you will. The other thing I thought I wanted to stress test, because we talked about it in some of the reviews, were there's really 3 ways to like guaranteed hit. It's Sharpshoot is a really popular one, Holy is another really popular one, and then there are some one-off abilities like Orin. He's got a guaranteed hit in his kit, which I'm going to test here. But more, the thing I wanted to see more than that is the missile damage, because she's got an innate 10% missile resist. So I built a Winter Moshri here, and I know some of this is really geared toward more her Pierce side of things with like the Astrologian card, but this is not an unheard of comp for your average Moshri. Long story short, it doesn't change her attack stat that much. It's kind of what I'm going to get at. Long story short, the damage calculator, and again, there is a resource for this in the community. This is kind of what we use to run things through the oh god, what have I done? Get out of here, BattleNet. Long story short, she was doing like mid 2000s for damage, and that's not including 2B activating her physical barrier, where she's not even coming close to getting like one shot or hit lethally or putting critical, oh god, I'm going to die soon ranges of damage. So I thought that was really interesting, where she kind of shrugs off Sharpshoot. Obviously, Holy is a different story, where you need a gear magic resist, and that new cloth we're getting in a couple weeks has 10% light resist as well, so that's super important. But for the Arn build, this is something I wanted to test, because in my head I'm like, dude, Arn should do like max damage to her, because he's so hard hitting, and obviously Wind is so weak. It's not as close as you might think, though. So even though I gave the Solidus card to her, that's really important, don't get me wrong, but if you had that on her and she's got her physical barrier activated, he's actually not going to one-shot her, which I thought was super intriguing, where he's going to get her to like 15 or 20% health, don't get me wrong, she's going to be really low, but it's going to give her an opportunity to like either evade more attacks, so that she can get in some of her own attacks and absorb some of the health back via her passive, or give her healer an opportunity to heal her back up to full. And obviously, unless your Orin is stacked for AP, he's probably not going to be able to use that ability concurrently 2 times in a row, particularly if you have a tank where the tank is going to draw some of the AP out to start the battle. So, that being said, I thought that was super intriguing overall, that Orin will not be one-shotting her. And again, there is actually an ability too, which I'm not even talking about. 2B in her main kit has this resistance field where she can technically increase slash resistance by 20% to herself and allies. If that's the case, and she gets her slash resistance up to 50%, he's definitely not one-shotting her. Which again, I was kind of like mind-blown, because in my head, I'm like, this guy should be doing max damage to her, and he's not. So, again, there are ways you could probably make this more potent. I technically assume that a teammate has Aggie on here for the extra 35 slash attack, so I am taking that into account. I technically have like 2 of the strongest offensive abilities you could put on him for a passive. And technically the Esper could be more slash heavy. I just have this one in here because I know he's technically kind of a magic bulk character. But yeah, if you put like Odin on here instead and had Human Killer and slash attack up, it is going to do more damage, but still, I don't think it's going to get in the realm of one-shotting her, which I was super impressed by. That, to me, is a really damning thing for potentially killing her. So I'm looking forward to giving people headaches with this and doing some more testing in the game, but I at least wanted to make a quick video and kind of go over things for y'all. So, good luck building the same thing as well, and have fun tinkering with it.